Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Chrissy T. I'm back with a review on Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 6, Episode 23. Like, comment, subscribe. The episode starts with Mel giving Keke an on-the-go drug test in which she passed. You have some people saying it wasn't urine at all, and in fact, it was Sprite. Anywho, the test reveals she's clean of any substance abuse. And Mel said finally she can shut the accusers up and the haters. During that, of course, Melody, in pure fashion, being the bone collector, decided to spill some tea that Tiffany is all in the family business. Concerning herself about their son being transferred to another school. Now, she thinks they're involved in some shady business because that school he's going to is outside their district. So Keke is saying Tiff should mind her damn business. I'm thinking she should continue to mind your business because Lou ain't around during filming because he's working. And at this point, a little bit of gossip is needed to keep her relevant in the space. And I'm all here for it. Okay, so we want her to continue minding the business that pays her, which is Love and Marriage Huntsville. So when it's time to clock in, she got to go to work. As long as she doesn't go beneath the surface like the Scotts, lying, digging up dirt, saying that she's on substance abuse, I honestly don't see the problem. So in the next scene, Tish and Marcel are going on a family vacation for 5 days for Mila's birthday. And Marcel doesn't seem to be too thrilled about it because of the tile that he ordered. The tile that he talked about last week before that, and the week before that. And he said he has a lot of stuff delivered. So is it going to disappear once you go on vacation? Is it going to expire? What's the problem? Why are you worried about some items that have already been shipped and delivered? Go on your trip. So then Tish says she is done with Keke once and for all. She has wiped her hands clean of her. Meanwhile, Marcel thinks he and Stormy have cleared their differences. No, you've moved past that one particular issue at the barbecue. But trust and believe, you guys are not in a good space, and you never will be in a good space with her until you stay out of her business, stay out of women's business. Then you'll be in a good space with her. But right now you are not. Marcel then caps and says that he is torn that Keke and Tish don't have a good relationship because he honestly cares for her. And he's more hurt than angry, if anything. Cap. If he cared about her, she wouldn't constantly be the butt of his jokes. So you're lying. You can keep that. You don't care about that girl. And I think you are quite excited that she and Tish don't have a good relationship exactly how you like it. That's one less person in Tish's ear about you cheating. So you are very well happy that they no longer have a relationship. So then Tish says Keke is always saying that she thinks she's perfect. And she says she never claimed to be perfect. She makes mistakes. She's human just like everyone else, but she does learn from her mistakes. And Marcel, per usual, rains on her parade and tells her, not so fast. You could be more accountable. I.e., the feedback from the ESPO and the lack of organization, which Mel brought up. You didn't take any accountability. In fact, you denied it. You was like, we're not trying to hear that. And you were in denial. You accepted no accountability whatsoever. So then we see Melody is preparing for her name change ceremony. She did receive the letter in the mail that her name change has been accepted. And she is now Melody Shari Rogers. She says she went through a lot under that Holt name. So now that he's with Coleslaw, maybe she can have the Holt's last name. And she's going to get the same Martell that Melody had, which is a narcissist and a serial cheater. Same script, different cast. So I hope she doesn't think he's going to treat her any better. Right now, she's on Instagram, flaunting their relationship, posting Instagram stories with his face. Girl, we don't care. I'm so happy for Melody because he didn't deserve her. She's elevating and he's declining every day. Day after day after day. He's just declining. He's still in the house. He hasn't moved out. And now I think he's shacked up with Coleslaw. So in the next scene, Stormy and Keke meet up. Keke says she's done with Tisha and her wife, Marcel. She called Marcel her wife. Accurate. She says so many people have scolded her about continuing her relationship with Tish. And then she said Tish has done so many things to her from the time they were 13. So is the issue between them childhood trauma? So anything from your past that affects you as an adult, I think it's childhood trauma. So I can't expect for her to work out her issues with Tish until she first work out her issues with her own self internally. Okay. And then we can expect her to resolve her issues with Tish externally. But yeah, this is childhood trauma. And it's sad because we've been seeing this play out season after season. Like they're never in a good space. And every time you think they're taking steps forward, they take 2 steps back again. And it's really sad to see. So then Keke was telling Stormy that Tiff was criticizing her products, saying they have unhealthy ingredients. And Stormy was like, well, why would she do that? Well, honey, let me answer. She is putting in overtime, okay? Because she needs to clock in and get to work because she's not filming with Lou. So she has to think of creative ways to stay relevant. And that's talking about people. So whenever she's filming with someone, we can expect some gossip from somebody. Tiff, you getting those extra hours, aren't you? She working overtime with this gossip. But still, Melody is a bone collector because Melody is telling everybody. So next scene, we see Mel, Tisha, and Kimmy. They're working out. And Tisha is making it so obvious that she does not want to be there. At least pretend she got a shit-stained look on her face, not wanting to be there. Ugh, girl, act like it. Don't make it so obvious. So Mel is trying to figure out the conversation that led up to the behavior at the barbecue. Tish says she thinks that Keke is still doing drugs. And Mel said, well, why do you think that? This girl said because family members are calling her saying Keke is going around asking for money. Well, girl, I asked for money. Am I on drugs? So does my kids. Should we drug test them? Girl, come on. If you're going to accuse her of being on substance abuse, at least have something concrete other than her asking for money. Come on. So Mel tells Tisha, that she did in fact talk to Keke. Okay. And based on the conversation they had prior to the barbecue, and then the fact that she ignored her at the barbecue is what triggered her behavior. So Melody is still trying to figure out what was the conversation that led up to her throwing a drink. And Tish, obviously bothered, said she's about to leave. She didn't want to answer any questions. But going back to season 1, she was all in Melody's marriage. The topic of conversation was always about Martell's infidelity, and it was always Tish and Kimmy talking about it. So now that the conversation is about her and her husband's scandal, she doesn't want to talk about it, but didn't have a problem spilling Mel's tea. And she was very nasty to Mel in season 1. There was some jealousy and just intimidation. So I really had to go back and look at that season because I was feeling sorry for her, and now I don't. Because I think she's getting a taste of her own medicine. So let me go back to Tiff real quick because I don't think that she should have went as low as to talk about Stormy's products, saying they're unsafe, because it is her bread and butter, and that's how she feed her family. So I do disagree with her going that low. Find something else to gossip about, but don't take it to her business. I mean, tell us how things are going with Lou. What has changed since he haven't been in the home much? I mean, girl, give us something, but don't. I mean, we appreciate the gossip, but don't go so low talking about somebody's livelihood as far as her business. We want to know more about Lou. Who's helping you watch the kids? How late is he working? Give her something. Are you guys going through it? Are you trying to work it out? Is there arguing constantly? Girl, give us something. So then Martell and Nell, he goes to her house actually to drop off some wine for their family dinner that evening. And they sit down and talk, and she said she noticed that Martell spoke to Melody and she didn't speak back, and she told her that that was rude. And then she threw in that, she's having a name change party and she will be in attendance. And Martell was bothered by that. He said that he wants the names of everyone who's going who say they're his friends. Well, I think they should support Mel because remember, Martell, subpoenaed them to go to court. So how do you think Melody feel finding out that they're going to court on his behalf, but you're mad because they're supporting her with her name change? Boy, bye. And he thinks it's a slap in the face. No, the side baby was a slap in the face. And your refusal to leave your side chick alone was a slap in the face. And then he said everybody is always talking about him cheating, but Mel cheated first with multiple men. He is lying through his teeth. And Nell says she finds that hard to believe. And he said, well, ask her then. Go ahead and ask Melody. Martell, you full of ish. You know damn well that woman didn't cheat, let alone you stand with the woman that's cheated with multiple men. Like, come on. So at this point, Martell is at his wit's end because Nell doesn't believe Melody cheated. And he's still saying that she should hold Melody accountable. So he's at his wit's end and he finally leaves. So then next week's episode, Miss Fletcher gets activated. Like, I am here for the Fletchers. I'm here for the Fletchers, period. I think we can do without the Scotts. We can actually do without Tiff and her husband Lou and bring these Fletchers on full time because she's bringing the heat and she gets activated next episode, honey. I definitely don't want to miss that. We see her telling Melody about the conversation that she had with Martell. She also tells her husband about it. He's like, do I need to pull up? And then they have their dinner and she's at the table with her kids. And honey, that is where she gets activated. And I can't wait to see that episode. Y'all, that is the end of this review, recap. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Comment, subscribe, and like. And you guys have a good day.